Hey, who's up? I know it's the middle of the night or first thing in the morning. It's like 4 o'clock here in Texas. So that means it's like 5 on the East Coast, like 2 o'clock in the morning on the West Coast. I'm trying to see who up. Because I ain't felt good all weekend. I didn't feel good yesterday too much. But I feel like talking now. I feel a whole lot better and I got something to say. Let me just see who's up. I feel like I'm whispering. I kind of am whispering. Because it is the middle of the night. And I don't think I should be loud in the middle of the night. What y'all think? Dang, Fly Gray Street up. Cheryl up. Miss Kaiser So say up. It is 2 in the morning out there. I thought so. Let's see who else at the bed. Who at the bed? Who is at the bed? We got to talk about just a couple of things. Just a couple of things. Uh-oh, Lala Chanel is at the bed. Okay, who else at the bed this morning? Who else is at the bed? I want to talk about a couple of things. And I want to talk to y'all too, because I ain't had a chance to talk to nobody. Like, I've been feeling like, ugh. Good morning, C Mays. Y'all, I had a bad migraine Saturday. I didn't feel good Sunday. Like, your girl been over here struggling. Lee, I am. It's so good to see you. I miss my overnight crew. Yvette all the way over there in the UK. It's a different time zone for you, so I know you will be up. I kind of figured that. Lakeisha Lucas, how you doing, girl? Good morning. Yes, good morning. Look, I'm so happy to be talking to y'all. This weekend was not fun. I had one of the worst migraines ever. Saturday, Sunday, you know how a headache will back off, but you can still feel it. That's how it was. Like, it backed off, but I could still feel it, and it was nagging me. And I was not feeling my best this weekend at all. So I had to shut it down. But I am back because I'm ready to run my mouth. It's so much going on. Oh, it's so much happening. Child, I got to come back later with that FNN because there's some stuff that's happening with y'all government and we got to talk about it, but not right now. We ain't going to talk about it now. Right now, we just going to talk about the light stuff, and I want to know how y'all doing. How's everybody feeling? I miss coming on this time of morning. It was always cool getting up. Y'all remember that? We used to get up and come on here sometime this time of morning, 4 or 5 in the morning, just sit up and vibe out and just, encourage each other early in the day. I miss doing that. I really do. But I want to talk about what's going on. I already greeted everybody because it's just a handful of us. That's the other thing I like about like the middle of the night. I ain't really got to try to, keep track of the chat so much because everybody is in bed except for the people like me who have insomnia, because us insomniacs, we be up when everybody else is asleep. But I did want to talk about what's going on with Don Lemon and with Tucker Carlson over there at Fox. I feel like it's some interesting things happening. I don't know whether people really talking about it. People got jokes. People got all kind of weird stuff they putting out. Oh, it's because of this. It's because of that. No. It's a lot. I have an opinion about a lot of it. And then we got to talk about Ime Udoka, the one that cheated on Neil Long with that strange salamander-looking clear woman. Well, child, y'all, he done got another job. Yes, he did, with the Houston Rockets. So let's see if he keep that job or if he start chasing clear women out here in Houston. And I know some of these little fast tail girls over here. So, if anything go down and I hear something, I'm going to tell y'all. Now, I might not be able to tell you who told me. But if I hear it, I'm going to sure tell it. You know that. Y'all know I'm going to tell it. If anybody going to tell it, Nitra going to tell it. I don't spare no man. If you do your dirt, it's going to get talked about. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, I know what else I want to talk to y'all about, too. So, listen. My schedule got funky. All kind of stuff. Y'all know I had took me like a little kind of like, not a real break, because I was still coming back a couple times a week to talk about, what was going on with Girls Trip and other Bravo stuff. But I did take like a little semi break. So I didn't really keep up with the Housewives of New Jersey, right? So I binge watched and caught up on the episodes that I missed. Oh my God. I think I'm gonna have to do a whole stream just to talk about what I saw on New Jersey. Oh, I think I am, y'all. I'm telling you. Look, Large Marge gave me a whole, like, she raised my blood pressure so bad, so bad. Um, I'm real tired of her. That girl Jackie, the one that keep talking about she can't eat, and Melissa Gorga. I'm sick of all three of them. They can all just hold hands and jump off a boat together in the ocean. Hey DS, what's up? It's 5 a.m. You on the East Coast. Okay, okay. So listen, right? So let's talk about Don Lemon. Now, Don Lemon done been over there at CNN for 17 years. 17. That's a long time to work a job. Silly boy 12 in the house. What's happening? How is everything over in New Zealand? I'm so glad to see you. So let's talk about it. So Don Lemon been over there with CNN for 17 years. Hey, Lady Tonya. Yes, Donna Lemonade. There you go. Shout out to our sister Vicky, our good sister, our righteous sister Vicky Dillard. Okay, because she dubbed him Donna Lemonade. I cannot take credit for that, but definitely little Donna Lemonade. I ain't never been a fan of Donna Lemonade. I have never. But I'm sure we're gonna talk about Donna Lemonade losing that job after being such a stellar raccoonish American. Oh yes, I have opinions. Yes, we've been safe over here. Everything been cool. Like our government been doing some weird stuff. We're gonna talk about that later in the day, not on this stream, but for the most part, we all right over here. We just kind of, watching the money, trying to see how bad it's gonna get. We in a real precarious situation over here in the US at the moment. At the moment. But yeah, so 17 years, the little Donna Lemonade, Don Lemon, was over there at the CN and the N. And anywho, they fired him. Just up and fired him. Hey, Ali. Yes. Early in the morning. Early in the morning. See, back when I first started, I used to do a lot of these early morning streams, Ali. I'm glad you made it for this one. So 17 years they fired him, y'all. This is the thing. This is how I know they're trying to make moves because they see the shift. There's a shift that's taking place, right? And they did it so slick. They didn't even call him, man, nobody in management called him and told him anything. Like they literally just they basically sent a message through his, like, I guess his talent manager or whatever, like you just don't have no job. Like they called his management company and was just like, well, you just ain't got no job. Yes, I'm gonna tell you what I think about what's going on with Tucker Carlson too. And it's like they both were pandering to a certain group, to different groups of people. And see, that's the problem when you pander. Whenever that group is no longer, the cock of the walk, they're no longer, the powers that be, or the people who write your check see that there's about to be a shift and what you're putting out no longer suits that, no longer fits that, then they need you gone. Hey, Dora. Girl, you at work? What you doing up? Ali said, I'm on my way to a business trip, so I'm sitting in silence in his car. Thank God you on. Girl, I got you. I got you. Okay, I love Lee. Lee said, what is the shift? I'm so glad you asked. C. May said, Variety Magazine did an in-depth timeline on Lemonade's problematic behavior on the last 10 to 15 years. I mean, yeah, I can dig it. I mean, of course, I'm sure they both have lawyers. Like they should. If they didn't, I would be disappointed. That would mean that they're very ignorant, and neither one of those men are ignorant. They both pander to very specific people, and they're both very politically motivated, but neither one of them are stupid. So they should have lawyers. Okay. So this is the thing, right? So they sent a message. They didn't even talk to him. They just, sent it through his talent company, his management, like, you don't come back no more. That type thing. Just tell him to send his keys in, that type stuff. So they got rid of him, right? Um, it was more than that. Like, y'all got to look deeper than that. There's a shift happening. Lee asked the question. I'm gonna tell you exactly what's going on with that. Okay. Now the shift that's taking place is this. All right. Don Lemon specifically pandered to Democratic voters. He specifically participated in all of the spin, all of the narratives that the Democrats wanted to put out. Everything he did was very much emotionally and politically motivated. Everything that fell out of his greasy lips. Okay. And the shift that's taking place right now is a very uncomfortable shift for the Democrat Party because it's been a lot of exposés to come out. And see, CNN, I feel as though CNN used him as the scapegoat because, they had already gotten rid of Cuomo. So I feel like they used him as a scapegoat. It was an easy way out. And it's like, okay, we're going to change our image. See, we're changing our image because their viewing audience has shrank. A lot of them going along with narratives coming out of the White House, coming from politicians, period, has blown up in their face. What they did, as far as I feel like they were very much complicit in helping to hide that Hunter Biden laptop scandal and all of the lies they told during the Carnival 19 and backing up lies that they knew were lies, like all that stuff. CNN did a lot of dirt. And I feel like Don Lemon is the scapegoat. They need somebody to put it on, like, okay, see, we're showing you how we're changing our image. See, we're getting rid of this one. He's been real obedient and great, but we're gonna throw him under the bus. He's gonna be, the sacrificial lamb, and them trying to revamp their image because this shift is coming because Democrats keep being exposed, namely because of the person they got in the White House, and all his dirt keeps coming out about the money deals in the Ukraine and everything else. And I think that CNN is like, look, we need to change some stuff. Don Lemon was just a scapegoat. That was it. Because the stuff that he's doing, he's been doing it, and they haven't had a problem with it. They only got rid of him now. I at least say the real tea with Don Lemon is that his ratings have been going down since he was in prime time. They've been looking for an excuse. They were going to get rid of they were going to get rid of him. The views are going down because, like, whether our people are willing to accept the writing on the wall, the majority of the populace is very anti-Democrat. Sorry. And CNN literally stuck their flag in the mud. We all them all day. And Don Lemon, one thing about it, when you the poster child, when everything is good, when it goes bad, you still gonna be the poster child. So when it goes bad, it's gonna be your fault. Period. It's gonna be your fault. He's a scapegoat. At least a couple months back, all the newspapers posted the same story about his ratings. Once they talk about your ratings, child, I'm telling you, he's a scapegoat. Y'all ain't gotta believe me, but their boy is a scapegoat. Their ratings are going down because people don't believe them. Simple. They've been caught lying too much. We don't believe you. Silly Boy 12 said, period. They distracting us from the real tea. Exactly. As usual. And y'all know I don't fall for nothing. I don't fall for nothing. I never have, never will. So to get this, right? Not only that, because they know it might look a little bit funny, that I feel like that's why they're hiring Gayle King. So it's like, oh, no. See, we're getting rid of him, but it's not because he's black. See, we like black people. We're hiring Gayle King. CNN is not fooling me. Right. This is a vanity fire. And I never heard it put like that, but that's a real good way to put it. It's like they're doing it to make it look like, oh, we're changing our image. Because at the end of the day, whether we like it or not, we are not the people that give CNN their ratings. It's them other folks. Okay, y'all think I'm joking? I can prove it. So Fox fired Tucker Carlson. Carlson. They lost 500 million. Like this, their stock prices went down by 500 million. That's power. Black people got on the internet and talked about it. Nothing happened. Fox News got rid of Tucker Carlson. 500 million in stock losses. That's power. And if you ask me, Fox is kind of trying to do the same thing because Tucker Carlson has been very anti-war since this thing has started with the whole Vlad versus Vlad pay-per-view that nobody should care about because this is clear on clear crime. Clearly none of our business. Clearly none of our business. Well, they pretend to ride the middle, but they are definitely pro-Democrat. Definitely pro-Democrat. The lies that they tell, the cover-ups that they've participated in, they're definitely pro-Democrat. Silly Boy 12 says, see, this is why F's with you, Seanitra. You don't pander to both sides. You have your own mind and opinion. You see right through the smoke screens. I sure do. I sure do. But see, I'm telling you, what got Tucker Carlson in trouble is that he was very anti-war. He was very pro-Trump. And that same shift that Don Lemon got caught up in, Tucker Carlson got caught up in it too, because the Republican Party is so afraid of like that offshoot of Republicans that are like pro-Trump. They're not even real Republicans. They're like Trumpers. They call them Trumpers. They're so afraid of that base that they kind of want him out of there. The whole shift is to try to get the old Republican guard back in control. Like that's what the Republicans are concerned with. So that same shift against Democrat lies is also very anti-Trump, and and one thing about the old Republican Guard is they are very pro-war. They make plenty of money off of wars too. A lot of them have, they got stocks and bonds that are tied up in the military industrial complex, and they want war. Make no mistake about it. Both sides want war. Right now, Democrats are the scapegoat because they're the ones that's got somebody in the executive branch, and they're shipping all this money over there. But make no mistake about it. If you get somebody from the old Republican Guard in there, they're gonna shovel that money too. Now, do I think that they would send the money over there, just so one of their sons can be on the board of directors to make $80,000 a month? No, I don't. But I definitely believe that they would spend just as much money to keep wars going because both sides, Republicans and Democrats, love war. They love to keep war going. And I think that's what got Tucker Carlson in the hot seat. Fox got another lawsuit with another voter. Oh yeah, I know. They lost one lawsuit with the voting technology company. And it's not one more lawsuit. They got two more lawsuits out there, Ali. Not one, they got two more. Say, you don't think he got fired for the settlement? No. I think their insurance company increased their premiums because of the $787 billion loss. No. And it was like 787 million. It wasn't a billion. They asked for 2 billion, and I think they settled for like 700 or 800 million is what happened. But there's another lawsuit out for like 2.3 or 2.5 billion. And then there's another one too. So there's two more out there. But I don't think it was due to that. I think it's due to the fact that he was very much pro-Trump. And right now, Fox is arch conservative, and they want that old Republican Guard back in there, and they do not want him in there talking against what they want to do. That's what they want. Silly Boy 12 said, I wish I had you as my political science professor in university. You spitting the facts. Thank you for that. Believe it or not, listen, poli-sci was one of my favorites. So that's why I kind of like, hey, Patricia Joaquin, I pay a lot of attention to what's going on domestically and globally when it comes to politics. And I try to keep it all straight because it's easy to get things convoluted because of people like Fox and people like CNN and people like MSNBC who are not going to keep it real. They just going to say what they want to say. And they hope that most people are too ignorant to read and research on their own. So it's like when I get to do my FNN reports, like real talk, I have to do a lot of research on it. And that's why it gets to be very disheartening when I do all the research and I dig and I get the truth and I bring it because I know people need to hear it, and then you get somebody because I'm not singing the praises of their favorite politicians, they go reporting my videos. Like that's when I'm insulted and it's like it's offensive. Like I don't like no politicians, so don't feel bad if I don't like your politician. I don't like none of them. They're a bunch of crooks, all of them. And I think a lot of people have a hard time accepting the fact that all of these people are criminals. Like none of them ain't no good, not one of them. All of them are dirty. But get this now, Chris Cuomo, he had a reaction, y'all. He had something to say, okay, about Lil Donna Lemonade being fired. Because remember when he got fired, Donna Lemonade was crying and everything. Oh, that's my brother, like you clown. And look what they did for you. I knew it was coming after that. You know? So anyway, Cuomo, he said that, Don Lemon, I got me still calling this man Donald. Don Lemon being fired, he said it's unsettling. And he's still suing, and he's like, he don't want to speak on the company too much, probably because he still got that open lawsuit. And he says, as for Don Lemon, look, that's personal for me, all right? I wish him well, and I'm sure he has more TV ahead of him if he wants it. He's incredibly talented. I don't know much about what happened there, but I will say he loved working at CNN, and he worked there for a long time. Yeah, but now I want y'all to see like the stark difference, right? The stark difference. Cuomo got fired for something he did that was out of the way. Like you really broke rules and ethics. And that Negro, that Stephen from Django went to crying for you. He gets fired. He was like, well, he's got TV ahead of him if he wanted. He's talented. I don't know what happened, but he worked there for a long time. What is that? What is that? Tucker may not have put on a Trump t-shirt, but the stuff he said, he was very much pro-Trump, Ali. I don't know what you was watching. Say when they did the discovery process during the Dominion case, he was calling Trump an idiot. This is all for a check. Very much pro-Trump. Like, I'm just saying, one statement does not absolve him of all of the things he did that were very much pro-Trump. Right. Dora, all politicians are crooked. Tucker was playing the game. Tucker really spoke his mind. And actually, if I'm being honest, I respect him for that. Because one thing about me, I'm going to always speak my mind. So I definitely respect it. But he got caught up in that same shift that caught Don Lemon. Both of those networks are very much politically intertwined in their different political parties. And you just watch how they move. That's all I'm going to say. Yes, little Donna Lemonade. Lee said the Democrats are as bad as the GPO. The Democrats are the biggest gentrifiers. Yes, they are. In the cities they run, they fight against communities, wealth building in black and brown neighborhoods all over. Yes. And right now they're actually, what y'all's president is saying is starting in May. If you have good credit and you worked hard and saved your money for a down payment, that they're going to make you pay more interest, because you were responsible. Because they say they gotta level out the playing field for people who don't have as good a credit and they weren't as responsible and they didn't save their money. So if you have good credit and you saved up for a larger down payment, you're gonna have a higher interest rate. Because what it comes down to is they do not want you to be able to put down a large enough amount on your house and keep the principal on your mortgage low enough so that you can have a comfortable life. They want you to struggle. And their excuse is this communist excuse that if you have more, you need to pay a higher interest rate for the people who don't have it or for the people who have bad credit. And I just feel like that's not cool. But Ali, only black people worry about who they don't like. That's a black thing. Tucker's not black. Other people know how to dislike somebody and still be pro that person if that person is for their best interest. It has nothing to do with on camera off. It's only black people that don't know how to how do I want to say it nicely? Because I don't want to say that don't know how to be intelligent, but definitely don't know how to take their emotions out of things and just focus on what's in their best interest. Because Black people like to be emotional and vote based on who they like and who smiles at them. I don't care if you smile at me, if you put me in the poorhouse. I don't care if you're smiling at me and I got to pay $8 for a dozen eggs. I don't care if you're smiling at me and I got to get a tank full of gas on Klarna. I mean, like again, that on code, that's our thing. They're not on code. They're just being objective. That's the word. They're being objective. And I feel like that takes a certain amount of emotional intelligence and being able to put your emotions to the side and say, okay, I might not like you, but you're gonna make sure I can afford to eat and buy gas and food and whatnot. So I don't have to like you. Let me do what's best for me. DS says Sleepy needs to go on ahead and go back to sleep after he made that law. Yeah, he said starting in May. But our people, because they showed up at these Black churches and learned to do the wobble, told you they had hot sauce in their purses. Now, if you worked and kept your credit good and cleaned up your credit, paid off debts, consolidated bills, saved up money for a big down payment on a house, you're going to pay a higher interest rate. That's what the Democrats are saying. Mm-hmm. And what's crazy, y'all, is that our folks still can't see what time it is. I want y'all to hear the ignorance that Rick Ross had to say. See, this is why it doesn't even do good for some of our people to have money. Listen to what this idiot said, y'all.
Don Lemon was terminated from CNN. Damn, Don. But guess what? The brothers got your back. We hiring it at Wingstop. And for some reason, I believe you know what you're doing with the lemon pepper wings. So, man, just send over your resume. Well, for 17 years. But I'm going to make sure I get you in front of the right grill, brother. Stay solid, brother. Just found.
You hear that, fool? I'm going to get you over at Wingstop. I'm going to make sure we get you in front of the right grill. You hear that? I feel like you know what you're doing with them lemon pepper wings. It's so crazy. I don't know. I get so disappointed because I feel like y'all know I love to joke as much as anybody. I got a joke for every day of the week. But sometimes you got to be able to read the signs that something is really about happening. And instead of paying attention to the signs, you cracking jokes. Flag Ray Streak, you say you speak in facts. I'm telling you, sis, like I be really seeing I really see what's going on, and it disturbs me that we can't just say, look, we need to survive. I don't need to be liked. I want to win. You ain't got to like me. I need to win. Doris say Mexicans are the same. They vote by if they like you. Yeah, that ignorant stuff. Like we cannot afford, like literally can't afford to keep doing it, because doing it, like now we got people that really can't even afford to drive back and forth to work. Right. So many people, they go against their interests. Mm-hmm. That's right. Lemon pepper wings. From what I read, it was an increase of 1% on the interest rate. And it doesn't matter if it's a new mortgage. It's obviously a new mortgage if they're saying if you have the money for a larger down payment. So obviously it's a new mortgage. The bottom line is that is some communist Marxist bullcrap. That's the problem. DS said, of course, Rick Ross had to bring food to the city. You know what, DS? See, this is what I'm talking about with us. We got to stop doing it. And I'm silly because I was about to jump right in it with you. We can't do that. That is crazy. That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. What they're starting to do starting May 1st is communist. And ain't no way around it. I don't care how you dance around it. I don't care how many games you play with the semantics. What they're doing is communist and Marxist. Congratulations. I didn't vote for them. Not one of them. Not one of them. And it's like literally we sitting up here watching these people tank the whole system, and we sitting up worried about like trying to feel like we a part of something. We not a part of this stuff. We better start doing what's best for us and stop trying to be a part of this BS system that they got set up, because this is their system and it's set up for them. It definitely ain't set up for us. Because I know too many people that have worked too hard to make sure that they got good credit. When they get ready to buy houses, they're, saving their money. Even like those of us who got kids that are college aged and getting ready to graduate, like we're like, hey, y'all can come back home and sit on mama and daddy and save up your money for your down payment, and we can try to back you up. And then when your kids go to buy a house because they did the right thing, let's penalize them. How? That's not cool. Hey, only one Adrian. Yeah, we on the porch early talking about these clowns and scoundrels, and the fact that Donna Lemonade and Tucker Carlson, them two, both of them done got fired. Both of them. One of them is Captain Democrat and the other one is Captain Republican. And both of them have been fired from their respective networks. And I smell some what Lala call vanity firing. These two boys were scapegoats, is what it looks like to me. The scape of the goats. So I called my lender because I watched my coin. I asked if it was going to affect me. Well, it's not, because they literally said anybody getting a mortgage after May. So unless you're getting a mortgage after May, it wasn't going to affect you. That's my whole point. The bottom line is what they're doing borders on criminal. What they're doing borders on criminal. You can't go around the globe talking about you protecting democracy. So what are you doing? Protecting democracy everywhere but in America? Child. All I can say, y'all, is congratulations, because Nitra didn't vote for these people. I didn't. I don't like none of them like that. Cheryl, it don't matter what it is. Now, you heard what I said. Dora say it is communist / Marxist packaged differently. It's going to hurt us in the end. Thank you very much. That's all I'm saying. Like, look at the big picture. This is what it is. Like, there's ain't no point in word games. This is what they're doing. Hey, Delightful by Design. Good morning. They definitely, this is really what they got going on. And, my folks are making me tired because we got baddies and bad boys on Zeus and username rappers and baby mamas beefing, and one of them coming online with the DNA test. Like, this is what we focusing on. You say this country's built for uber rich and super poor. No, this country was built on slavery, and it can't survive without it. So what we watched happen during the pandemic was a wealth transfer. They all but eliminated the middle class because they need a slave class. Nobody's going to keep their industry running unless they're hungry enough to do it. They want you starving so that you'll do whatever you told, like a good little slave, and you won't ask questions. They're planning to put us in the weasel suit. Like, literally, you can go to the WEF website and they'll let you know exactly what they got planned for you, because you're Democrats or globalists. DS said you're supposed to protect home first. Watch some more foolery is coming. Oh, definitely, because the exposés keep coming. And I'm noticing as the exposés come out, y'all, the situation just gets worse and worse and worse. It just gets worse and worse and worse. So anywho, let's get into some other stuff. So anyway, let's talk about Ime Udoka. Baby, somebody gave him a job. They gave him a job. After the Celtics fired him, after the cheating scandal. And that whole thing was crazy too. Watching all these different men come out like, oh, they didn't have to fire him. He didn't have to be sleeping with everybody on the staff. You know that's not like acceptable. You laying up with this one, laying up with that one. Then one of them married. The husband came up there and said, aired you out. The lady didn't want to date you no more, and you still kept chasing this lady. You didn't want your job. You know what I mean? It was real crazy to watch that play out. Miss Gigi say, "Good morning. Thanks for the rare early morning treat. Chock full of real information to start us to thinking. This is not getting any better. It ain't. I hope everybody know how to pray because you're going to need to. But yeah, so anyway, that went on with him. He ended up, first they suspended him, then they fired him from the Celtics. So now he is set to be the head coach for the Houston Rockets. Now this should be good. Now all of his philandering aside, he is a good coach. Now he's a good coach and he's good for the game. Hey, who said that? How are you? Silly Boy 12 said they want us starving. That gave me goosebumps, Nitra. Reminds me of the citizens of North Korea when they're being starved intentionally so they can't even conjure up the thought of fighting back. That's exactly what they got planned for us. That WEF website is real rap. You can see what's going on. They're not hiding it anymore. Like the WEF has never been this open because they're not new. They've been around. They've been meeting up in Davos, Switzerland. But like now, all of a sudden, they out in the open. They bold with it. They're not hiding. I've been reporting on this for over a year with FNN. And it was people who literally got mad, was reporting my videos because I was telling them the truth. Like, these people said that you ain't going to own nothing and you'll enjoy it. You'll be happy. DS say they just gave Ime somewhere else to chase skirts and get paid. Pimp in distress. I mean, if he's stupid enough to mess up another good job, then he deserve it. Ali said they can't create another third estate in this country because history has told us when pale folks are aggravated, they burn things to the ground and call it revolution. Well, that's never stopped pale people before. It's never stopped them before. It didn't stop them when America had to revolt the first time. It did not stop them in ancient Rome. It has never stopped them. And they see where it's going now. Like, we literally are in a state of almost civil war in this country as we speak, and they still ain't stopping. So make sure you remind them of that because they don't seem to care. Or maybe they didn't get the memo. But back to Ime Udoka. So this boy is about, and I do mean boy because he's clearly not behaving like a man. This boy is about to be the head coach for the Houston Rockets. So like I said, he knows the game. He's good for the game. He was good for the Celtics team, period. But, him coming to Houston, I don't know. I'm scared for him. I'm afraid for him coming to Houston because if he can't say no to women and you come into Houston, the land of the prostitutes, I'm not exactly sure how he going to survive in Houston. And he got a woman problem. Oh, Ime, whatever shall you do? So, I mean, that one kind of shocked me. So he took the deal. So he going to be the next Rockets head coach. And of course, Houston has a good basketball team. They always have. I don't know. Let's just see what happens. I don't know how to take it, but let's just see what happens. Y'all, I'm so nosy. I'm talking to y'all and I'm literally peeping out the window. It's somebody with like an old school with a donk out here. And I don't know, like, it's really scary looking. It looked like something in a horror movie. Oh, I know what else. Lord Ali, you sure right, girl. You say Houston is where Tristan found his last baby mama. Girl, it's the land of the prostitutes. I'm just saying. And he may know he got a woman problem. Say Ime gonna do it again because he can't help himself. He can't, especially around here. So look, why ain't none of y'all inbox me to let me know that Ashanti and Nelly right here holding hands at the fight. They on the stage performing together and dancing together and touching and feeling and stuff. She up here putting her booty cheeks all on the man. I said, what is going on? Miss Gigi say, I bet his contract is full of all kind of conduct clauses. The other one was that's how he got fired. But you see all them clauses and conduct this and morality that did not stop him from dipping his wick. Hey, sweet beloved. You say he better control himself. He better if he mess up another good job because that Celtics job was a good job. This is a good job. If he mess up another good job, he deserve whatever he gets. But I need to know why ain't none of you, and y'all supposed to be my sisters. Y'all supposed to be my sisters, and ain't neither one of y'all inbox me to tell me that Nelly and Ashanti is running around here like they is back together. They hand holding and grinding and singing and groping and turching and whatnot. Ooh, child, somebody talking about man. Somebody check on Herb got it ASAP. Know he going through it right now. You know he's somewhere punching the air. He's somewhere punching the air. Say, does Nelly have kids? He and Ashanti can get married and start a family. I don't know if he got kids or not, but they both grown. They know each other. They was together before. But they done rekindled. Look like they rekindling stuff. They back to the old flame. Not to be confused with the blue flame. Honey, they back to the old flame. 50 Cent full of stuff. Because they was picking at Herb Got It. He talking about he'll be all right with all them laughing emojis. Talking about I was in love with her and she just popped up with Nelly. LOL. This man is silly. Oh man, and ain't none of y'all call and let me know what was going on. I can't believe this. Miss Nisa say, Ali. Miss Nisa say Nelly got 2 children. I ain't know about his kids. I know Ashanti ain't got none. Say 50 was trolling Irv about Ashanti. You know he was. 50 Cent is like one of the best internet trolls out there. Sometimes he get on my nerves. He really do. But I guess that's the mark of a good troll. Like you not a good troll unless you know people 50-50. Yeah, 50 got us 50-50. Like some half the time we laugh and the other half we like, Curtis, shut up. So he's yes, an excellent troll. Lala said, I guess she don't mind that bite-sized Snickers. I guess she don't. Everybody don't want to lay up with a horse, girl. That's what she want to do. If she already know what it is, it ain't like he can sneak it up on her. They was together for a long time. DS said Shanti is a good one because there's no way I would be chilling with a dude that owe me money. Child, he might have gave her that money. I don't know. Miss Nisa say Uncle Fester Irv be okay for real with his funny looking self. He really played himself because he ran around everywhere he went talking about that girl Ashanti this, Ashanti that, Ashanti this, Ashanti that. Now Ashanti done went on about her goddamn business, and people cracking jokes on you because you couldn't keep that girl's name out your mouth. Never mind the fact that she was a young girl, young impressionable girl, and you were an old he goat, an old married he goat. Okay, hey Catherine, you say morning, Herb Big Mad. For real, for real. Kids say, good morning, big sis, up working from home and listening in. I know that's right. I couldn't sleep, and I say, you know what, I'm jumping on here and talk to my sisters early in the morning before everybody go to work. DS say they had to get Herb some diapers and give him a bottle. I know that's right. He ain't been the same since. Child, you know who else they say go together? While we gossiping, they say that Lil Meech is going with Summer Walker. Is that true? Somebody say both of them musky. Now I heard about Summer Walker not liking the baby. And you know, ever since that came out about her not liking to bathe, when I see her, I just see dinginess. I know he pulled that stunt with that watch, with them people stealing them people watch. I don't know if he stink or not. Do Lil Meech stink? But they say them two go together. Now, the Life by Design say he did that because he thought he was going to hurt her. Okay, you got to tell me some more. He did what? He stole some money, or he was talking? Who? Which one? Delightful. Now I'm excited. Now there's gossip going on. You got to tell me what you mean. Oh, come on, type something else. Tell me who you talking about and what you talking about. Don't do me like that. I get excited over gossip. Fly Gray Street say, I have no idea who Lil Meech is. You know, from the BMF show, the one that had stole that watch from the jewelry store. Lala say, Irv up there singing Investor. Congratulations. What? Saw an old friend on the street. Girl, I better not catch Irv Gotti out there singing congratulations. I better not. Delightful by design. Tell me what you mean. Sis, please. What you mean? Mm, okay, there she go. I was legit sitting up here waiting on you too. Delightful say I was talking about Herb making his rounds, talking about Ashanti. Oh yeah, you right. You right. That's exactly why he did that. But you know what I don't understand though? For real, sis. Y'all dated, if you can call it that, because you was a dirty old married man taking advantage of a young girl. But if you want to call it dated, it's whatever. It's whatever. You got hung up on a child, basically. And the child grew up enough that she wanted to date young men her age. And you keep talking about she abandoned you, she left you, she turned on you. Like, Negro, well, you ain't even a Negro. Thing, please. That girl don't owe you nothing. He's a real creep. Yeah, running around trying to hurt this girl, telling her business, and then making up stuff too. Because when I heard her finally break down and start talking, and her mama was there about to go off at that radio station, when she finally just broke down and started just telling what really went on. Irv did a lot of lying. He ain't just tell that girl business, he told a lot of lies. Like Irv told a pack of lies. Hey, Dana Brown. Good morning. Good morning. Catherine says Summer Walker looked like she's trying to use that all natural stuff and ends up musky. Yeah, that kind of threw me. I said, okay. I'm like, why are they saying both of these children are musky? I heard about her. The life would say we were just disgusted. She liked him. I was glad she grew up. Yes, absolutely. Because she was way too pretty. And when she talked about how he tried to like play with her self-esteem, telling her stuff like, I made you effable. If I hadn't have messed with you, nobody wouldn't have wanted you. Like, look at yourself. Are you dumb? This girl looks like a real live walking, talking glamour Barbie doll. You look like a pudgy, dingy Uncle Fester. Like, get the hell out of here. In real life. Ain't nobody looking at you and want no woman just because you had her. It just don't make sense. Mm, That was just too much. But the gossip has been like, I just couldn't believe what went on with that. Like the way it just kind of popped out. I'm like, Nelly and Ashanti back together. Then you got Summer Walker and Lil Meech together. I just want to know, where did Irv Gotti go? Because like for a minute there, you couldn't talk anywhere. Like if he went anywhere, everything out of his mouth was Ashanti, Ashanti, Ashanti. Can somebody get Irv Gotti on the phone so we can find out how he feel right now? Big weirdo. I just want somebody to get him on the phone. Because that's exactly what it was, Catherine Bennett. He was trying to groom her, and then he got offended because it wasn't working. It wasn't working. And so then magically he was offended. Now that's just what that was. His plot didn't work. Mm, mm. I'm trying to see what else is worth talking about since we in here. Y'all, the gossip ain't giving. The gossip is giving nothing. For real. I'm not even joking. Let me see what y'all talking about. Says sorry a man is always going to try to elevate himself by trying to put down a good woman because they can never measure up to her no matter what. Yes, and I think the other thing with Irv though was that he wanted to get his claws into her before she really became a woman. So that by the time she became a woman, he would already kind of have control over her. That girl was magnificent as a girl. And he wanted to get his claws in her while she was still small and she hadn't really realized and come into herself yet. The life would say, and didn't he have a whole family? Yes, girl. That's why I said an old married he-goat is what he was. Cheryl said he at home sucking his thumb and crying in the corner. He punching the air too, Cheryl. He punching the air. Diaz says Herb won't be keeping his mouth shut for long. I bet he'll have something to say about Ashanti and Nelly. I don't know, Diaz. I don't know now. Maybe. I just, I'm at this point, I would be entertained to hear what you got to say. I would be very entertained to hear what you got to say. Since you got so much to say all the time, I would be very, very entertained. I would. That would do it for me. Okay, and speaking of couples and these people that don't quite go together, like, or it's the stuff that's shocking, right? So, what's y'all opinion on these rumors that Quavo is dating Chloe Bailey? Like at this point, what else is Chloe Bailey gonna do for attention? Because it's just weird, and even seeing her out with him, it looks weird. Like it's giving she trying way too hard. It looks strange. Y'all, it looks strange. It just looks strange. Bougie Champagne Crew reviews. Good morning. Good morning, gorgeous. Okay, good to see you, sis. Miss Nisi, what you say? Chloe all over the place. Yes. Her on the Breakfast Club was just forced. Her in that show Swarm. It wasn't that bad, actually. I'm gonna give it that. I don't know if y'all watched that little limited series that was on Amazon Prime, Swarm. You should definitely watch it. Did any of y'all get to see Swarm? Because I did, and it freaked me out. Y'all, ooh, that show freaked me out. When I say out, I mean all the way out. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell y'all what it was about. Like, I'm not gonna tell like everything that happened in the show, but I'm gonna tell y'all what it's about in case you haven't seen it and you kind of want to see it. Miss Gigi say herb time is past, circling the drain, just go down. Yeah, it's like a piece of poop in the toilet that just you flush 3-4 times, it's just floating. Herb is a floater. Herb is a floater. I need him to go down too, girl. So let me tell y'all about this show, Swarm, because I almost didn't watch it just because Chloe was on it. Like, I'm tired of seeing Chloe. I don't dislike her, but she just, something about her is just uncomfortable to watch. And I don't know what that is. I can't put my finger on it. It's something real odd and strange about her, not really digging that whole vibe. It's giving try hard, right? Y'all, excuse me, I had to cough. You know, my sinuses are raggedy, so forgive me. And all this pollen and crap over here is not helping. So listen, right? It started with these two girls, and they're like, at first you thinking they're like just besties or something. It's a couple of little like raunchy scenes in there, but it's not really that bad. It's not that bad as far as raunchy stuff go, because y'all know I ain't really with the raunchy. Okay. But so that you thinking they're just besties, turns out they were like foster sisters. Like Chloe's parents in the show had adopted this girl, or they were getting ready to or something, and then they ended up sending her back because they said it was a problem and it wasn't working out, but they stayed really close, and they were like stans of this like fictitious pop star in this show. So it was definitely given like the Beehive or Rihanna's Navy or the Beehive, like it was given that type of vibe, right? And so the one girl had issues with depression and stuff. And so she ended up taking her own life, which was it was, unpleasant content, but I guess it was, for the purpose of the story. Like it just had to be there. So anyway, the one that was left behind was the kind of socially awkward one. And she still was like real heavy into this stand culture, and she was online, and she was way invested in anybody who said anything against her fave. And she ended up like going around like legit taking people out for like disagreeing with her online or saying that this person, like, I'm not a fan, I don't think she sings that great. And she was like tracking people down and doing stuff to people who didn't like her. It just got really bizarre, really crazy. And it was enough to make you really, really think. I think it was based on like a real person. But for me, I was sitting there like, it'll be real easy for that to happen, because I know we've heard about some of those stands making violent threats toward people, content creators, regular people, other stars, just because they don't like somebody or they don't agree with the general consensus about their star online. Like, it can really get out of control like that. So that show was like an eye opener. Like, be careful. It's better not to even engage with these nut jobs online when they start pulling that stand stuff and all them weird emojis and stuff like that. It's probably safer just not to talk to these people at all, because they crazy. Lala said, I need Chloe to take a break. I just need her to make a hit. Miss Nisa said, I don't know Chloe. She was the girl played on Meet the Browns as Angela Bassett's daughter. Was she? I don't even know that. Hey, Sasha Ellis, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all, we came in here early today with it. But yeah, it's just odd to see her trying to like be dating Quavo. Like, ugh. Ugh, that's weird. That's just weird. That's weird. That's so weird. And this Negro is on a beach with his foot in some slides with socks on with swim trunks. Oh my God. Mm-mm. Y'all, I don't know what to call it. Mm. Child, and did y'all see what's going on with old high booty Phil Jackson? Or do y'all have y'all been paying attention to that stuff? It's a lot. So y'all remember Phil Jackson, right? He was the one that was coaching the Bulls when Jordan and Pippen and the rest of them was on the team, and they kept getting them rings back to back. And then I think he didn't he end up in LA at a certain point? Like, I think I had stopped watching the game by then. I really don't remember. But anyway, Phil Jackson is a veteran coach in the NBA. So he made this ridiculous statement that he stopped watching the NBA because it became too political. Child, Shannon Sharp had something to say. Fly Gray Street, you saw that? I was like, really, high booty Phil? Really high booty Phil. This is what we doing. DSC, I bet her and Quavo will come out with a song next. Well, they need to, because maybe he can give her a hit. Because for whatever reason, people seem to like the Migos. That they little sound of not really knowing how to rap, where they just make weird sounds and whatnot. So maybe he can help her with a hit. But child, Shannon Sharp had something to say. Let's see what Shannon had to say about Phil Jackson and his veiled racism, because that's really what it was, the very thinly veiled racism.
Word. And I already knew. I'm gonna take a man how he is. Yep. I ain't trying to change him. I'm gonna take him as he is. Yep. I'm taking Phil Jackson as he is. I see him for what he is. I'm cool with that. I'm just gonna move on. But Glass, stay up in Montana. Y'all, you gotta do is stay up in Montana. Ain't nobody thinking about no Phil Jackson. Who thinking about Phil? Who? Stay up in Montana in your little cabin or wherever you get your palatial, and you don't have to worry about basketball. It's good without you. Skip, how old you think Phil is?
How old? 77?
Can you tell dumb politics has always been in sports? Ali. Jack Johnson.
Yeah.
Go back in history of the time. Politics have always been in sports. Jesse Owens.
You remember Phil when he played basketball for the New York Knicks?
Yes.
You know what he was? He was an angry young man, anti-establishment.
Anti-war.
Yep.
Oh, but all of a sudden now.
Dabbled in mind-altering drugs.
Now all of a sudden now,
yeah.
It turns like they're trying to, what do you say, trying to appeal to an audience. I don't know if you noticed this, Phil, but like 75, 80% of the NBA players,
I think he noticed.
that audience, they watching. They didn't need to appeal to them.
Yes. I think black players carried Phil to all those rings, right?
But, Skip, it's amazing. My grandfather always say, boy, be careful. People might not need you, but that damn show use you. Shaq can't do anything for Phil. Kobe, rest his soul, can't do anything for Phil. Michael and Scotty and Dennis Rodman and Cartwright can't do a damn thing for Phil.
Yeah.
I don't watch the game. I don't care nothing about what's on the court. Can they put the ball in the basket? They go deep. I want to see the shot making. I want to see the ball handle. I want to see the creativity. I ain't watching what's on no damn court. I can care less.
Yeah.
What's in the end zone? When they put, black lives, whatever they are, equal opportunity and justice and truth, and that ain't got nothing to do with it. I want to see the man carry the ball, see him catch it, see him throw it. Oh, Tom Brady, man, I ain't throwing no touchdown. The truth in the end zone. I ain't throwing no touchdown. Come on, Phil. You sound foolish. But Skip, I didn't really know a whole lot about Phil. Just watched him from a distance. But when he did that piece on LeBron, it told me everything I needed to know about Phil. True. It told me everything he didn't need to say another word. And I already knew. I'm going to take a man how he is. Yep. I ain't trying to change him. I'm going to take him as he is.
Yep.
Now, I don't always agree with Shannon Sharp, but I agree with him on that one. The game sports has always been political. Sports has never not been political. It was political when he was playing. What he's really trying to say is you Negroes are standing up for other Negroes in public, and it's making me uncomfortable. Never mind the fact you didn't mind them Negroes winning all them championships for you, though, Phil Jackson. That's cool. People, people need to recognize them. People don't like you like that. And Shannon Sharp had a point. They may not need you, but they'll darn sure use you. Lala say Quavo look like he got morning breath all day long. I'm through with you. I'm done with your foolishness. Cheryl say my son say he likes her better with clothes on. Why he telling you about it? He think mama want to hear what he like to see a woman naked or dressed. DS say I bet her and Quavo will come out with a song. Okay, I hope so. Fly Gray Street say I heard what he said. Okay, I'm trying to make sure I ain't lost no comments. Fly Gray Street says Skip is cracking me up, man. Altering drug. Yes, yeah. You know what? Skip Bayless will sneak this the hell out of somebody. He ain't have to slide that in there on high booty Phil, because that's what I call Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson, the only clear man I ever seen in the history of the world that got a high booty, and Phil Jackson always had that high booty. Yeah, the mind altering drugs, child. Miss Kaiser Sosa says he coughing or sniffing. Who? Boy, y'all just throw some random stuff at me. Like, what that mean? Who? Who? Got me sounding like an owl at 5 in the morning. Who? I know I can't quit drinking water. Whatever was going on with me, I cannot stop drinking water. It's like I'm thirsty 24/7. Mm. Mm. Child, they say Floyd Mayweather's longtime assistant, she got sick out of the blue and she ended up dead. Mm. They're not saying what really happened. They just say she got sick out of the blue and just died. That's crazy. And she was his assistant for over 10 years. And she was only 47. Oh, man. That's sad. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Y'all, let's talk about this Jonathan Majors case, too. Because this is getting a little interesting. Baby, drug filled till the skin came off them butt cheeks. Just drug the skin off them. But this whole thing with Jonathan Majors, now we know that Lord, that's a horrible looking man. Oh, God, in heaven, that's a terrible looking man. Hey, Zelene, girl, where you been? Long time. I don't care what's going on with Jamie Foxx, Miss Kaiser. So say you must have not been here when I told y'all I don't like Jamie Foxx. I'm not being hateful, but I really don't care what happens to him. I really don't. But this Jonathan Majors case, this is kind of, I don't know, this terrible looking fella here. So we know that he did put his hands on that clear girl and he whooped up on her. And the people got it. You've been under the weather. I sure hope you feel better. I know that's what I was saying. You probably wasn't here when I said it. I figured that, sis, because I know you be working. But so anyway, back to Jonathan Majors. So he put his hand on the girl. His people went showing them text messages with her basically saying, I can take a punch. Like I told them we was fighting and they didn't have my blessing to go forward with no charges. Girl, they don't need your blessing. Y'all was fighting. That big moose of a man whooped your tail and they put charges on him. So then some more people came out and said that big moose had been beating on them too. Then the rumors started coming from behind, people that work with him on movies and different projects, and they were saying that he was problematic and violent on, even professionally. So now, I mean, of course, they said they rescinded his invitation to the Met Gala. The management company dropped him, all that good stuff. But now Disney is saying they hesitant to drop him before the assault case goes to trial out of fear he may sue. There's definitely a legal consideration. Now, this is interesting. This is interesting. Why y'all think that is? Because I have an opinion. I have a definite opinion. OMG, I have an opinion. But I want to know what y'all think as to why Disney is being careful before they jump on it and say, oh, it don't look good in the media. Let us just do whatever. Why do you think Disney is like, let us not jump the gun? In the chat. Let me know. Unless y'all getting ready for work. Like if you putting on your makeup or you driving to work, then don't type nothing. But me, I have an opinion as to why they're doing this. This is crazy. Crazy. Lord Dora, we must be sisters in a different life. You got darn right, Johnny Depp. Because you saw how they did Johnny Depp when it came to the Pirates of the Caribbean movie based on what Scamber Turd had to say. And then that trial was televised and everybody was able to see the amount of lies that girl told on him. Listen, Disney say, we ain't going through this again. We not going through this again. We need y'all to go through the whole trial, drag out all the evidence, and then we'll make a decision. Disney said, hell no, you will not get us twice. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Y'all, this is getting interesting. I mean, personally, I want to know. I want to know if all of the accusations are accurate. That's what I want to know. I want to know if all the accusations are accurate. That's number one. And number two, I want to know, like, what were the details on the first one? Because the way that girl texted him, it's giving me, y'all definitely were fighting and he definitely put his hands on you. Zelene say Disney want to protect their image. Yeah, but right now they protecting their wallet, Zelene. Disney like, bump that. We are not going to get caught up in another lawsuit. Because they dropped that Johnny Depp based on what Scamber Turd said. And, yeah. Mm-mm. 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 I don't think they want to go through it no more. Like they want to jump up and do the thing to protect the image. But I think the flip side of that is they don't want to jump the gun and make they move too soon. And then they get stuck out there. Because literally nobody at all, and I mean nobody, waited when it came to Johnny Depp. They ran. And it's like a few of these people didn't kind of wait with him. I think because everybody can see what it is. Like, you put your hands on that girl. And I think the other reason that people are like backing away from him quickly is because of his prior behavior too. Like, your prior bad acts can get you. Prior bad acts matter. And sometimes that stuff comes back to bite you. Sometimes it definitely comes back to bite you. So we'll see. We will definitely see. Mm-mm. Let me see what y'all talking about, child. Doris say Disney remembers what Johnny Depp said he would not do back to Disney. Says he would not, I guess you mean go back to Disney, not for $1 million and 1,001 alpacas. I didn't know Johnny said that. Yeah, they kind of screwed themselves with that one. Lala say with a face like that, he definitely chooses violence all the time. Just when he wake up, he just wake up violent. That's a terrible looking critter. Oh, goodness. But you don't have to be violent just because you look like that. You don't have to do that. Mm-mm. That's just too much. Mm-mm. I was not ready for that one. And why y'all let Stevie J steal Faith van to go to Coachella? Now he talking about I would have taken a jet. It don't matter what you took it for. You didn't have that girl permission. Child, Faith, y'all, they say Faith had to go get a court order to get that vehicle returned. Give that lady her stuff back. You stole it. Hey, Kristen. Good morning. Doris said, Seanitra, that's why he had live alpacas outside the courthouse. Oh my God. I missed that part, Dora. Dang. DS said his collar and tie situation told me everything I needed to know. Y'all cold-blooded. I know one thing. That man couldn't have came nowhere near me. He looked scary. That Jonathan Majors fella looks real scary. If he had come anywhere near me, I probably would have got, the hot foot. I'd have took off running. Seriously. I just can't believe Stevie J is around here stealing this girl's property and she had to get a whole court order to get her vehicle returned. This is insane. She had to file an emergency court order to have the judge make them return the darn van. And she said she purchased that car after they had already separated. And she and she don't just want this one back. She want him banned from using all of her vehicles. And he should feel like a real loser. Why do you need to use her car, sir? Go and drive your car. If you don't have a car at your big age, maybe you don't need one. Maybe it's the will of the Lord that you walk everywhere in life. But he don't need to be taking that lady's cars to go nowhere. And that girl, y'all, he pulled a real stunt. Hey, Candy R. He pulled a real stunt, y'all. He waited till she went to sleep. And then he was able to dig around and find her keys. And then he stole the vehicle. And he got a suspended license. Oh. And her insurance does not cover him. He is not authorized to drive none of her vehicles. I know that's right, Faith. Talking about something. I didn't go to Coachella, but if I did, I wouldn't have taken that vehicle. I would have taken a jet. Ask anybody if I went to Coachella. I was working. Well, you need to work enough to buy you a car. You need, child, real high school, junior high. Wait till mama go to sleep. We gonna steal the keys. The fact that you already asking for alimony, you're such a loser. Such a loser. And y'all friend Lil Wayne is canceling concerts. Like I was before over there in Atlanta. The people done flew in, spent money to get there, and then he is up here canceling concerts. What's going on? Mm-mm. Not cool. Not cool, Wayne. Lala say, is he on the stuff? Because it's giving Gator from Jungle Fever energy. Well, you know, Steven does like that confectioner sugar. He does like the confectioner sugar. So it's possible. Mm. Mm-hmm. Y'all, that might be all the gossip we got for in the morning. Mm. Let me see what else y'all talking about before I hop off. I just wanted to pop in real early in the morning before everybody went to work. That's all. Said Stevie and his gopher squirrel looking self. Girl, not the gopher squirrel. Mm-mm. Yeah, Stevie out here stealing cars. Talking fly out of took a jet. With what? You obviously don't even have a car. That's why you're stealing cars. And then you wouldn't return it. She had to go to court to get her stuff back. Y'all, at this point, I'm not sure how people can stand men like that. I don't know. Mm. Y'all, now this one is a little bit of a warning. Before we go, let me give y'all this little quick one real fast. Now, this one just came out a few hours ago, but y'all might need to know this, okay? I don't know anybody, if any of y'all in here are doing DoorDash or Uber Eats or Grubhub, this is very, very important. Y'all, please, safety first. If you can avoid delivering at night, please don't do it. This weirdo in my home state, unfortunately, Florida again, he kidnapped the DoorDash driver, assaulted that lady, and then they say he opened fire on her family when they came to rescue her. Y'all, please, ladies, take your safety seriously. Okay? Take your safety seriously, please. Because stories like that are very, very disturbing. Very disturbing. I'm just glad her family was able to get to her and, alert the law enforcement and all that stuff. But ladies, y'all, please be careful out here. It's not safe. It's hard being a girl as it is, but it's not safe to be out here just thinking, stuff is cool. You got to drop off some food, drop it, knock on the door and leave. Or, drop it and go back in your car and call the person and be like, hey, your food is at your door or whatever. Like, safety first, please. Safety first, please. Hey, DT. Good morning. Yeah, boo, we've been in here for an hour and a half. We've been in here for a whole hour and a half. Yes, that's what happened. That's what I'm saying. Y'all be careful. Yesterday they were running around on social media and on TikTok calling yesterday National RAPE Day. So they were planning to, you know, a lot of those weirdos online were claiming that they were planning to assault women anyway. So like y'all have to be super, super, super. I can't even say super enough. Be super careful. Like do not play about your safety. Don't play about it. If you get a bad feeling, it's better you quit delivering food altogether than to be, you know, taking chances or be worried about somebody's feelings. Your life is more important than all that. Dora says, see, that's why I don't like DoorDash Uber, left as the job for females. Yeah, ladies don't need to do those jobs, in my opinion. But sometimes, you know, ladies have to do what they have to do too, because, you know, men failed a long time ago. So a lot of ladies still have to feed their children by any means. But there's, you know, like we were always taught, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. So just ladies, be careful, be mindful. Yeah, Zelene, that's for real. So y'all, please be careful. Like, just don't take chances. Try not to deliver at night. Like I've ordered food at night. If I see that I have a lady driver, like I will go and try to meet them, grab stuff quick, and I'll literally stay at the door and watch for them until they get back in their car. When my son was home, I would send my son to go get the food. Don't even let him get out the car. Like, but you know, we have to watch out for ourselves too. We can't just assume that everybody's gonna look out for us because there are some real sick, jacked up men in the world, and we don't know what they might do. You know? Candy R say after all, they are strangers. People have people crazy. We have to understand that. You're so right. Be safe out there. Yeah, for real. For real, for real. Be safe. Okay. What you say, DT? Oh, 10:24 at night on Tuesday. Oh, dang. We at Tuesday morning. You already at Tuesday night. And need to start packing for your trip tomorrow. Oh, you better get to packing. You better get to packing. Okay. So look, you guys, we had us a good old early morning gossip session. This was fun. I miss y'all in the morning. I do. I do, I do, I do, I do, I do. You know I do. Ain't nothing like some good old early morning gossip. Ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. Ain't nothing like the real thing. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Right. I'm glad you came to talk to us before you packed them clothes. It's cool when we get to talk before work and before school and before we start our day and stuff. Right. Ain't nothing like that early morning gossip. Nothing at all. You going to Australia to see your family? Okay. I want to go to Australia, DT. Zelene said, I've been up and missed it and going to watch the replay. I know, right? I think that's it. That's it, y'all. That's all the gossip we got for today so far. Ain't nothing else popping, but as soon as there is, I'll be back. Yep. Well, all right, y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here. I will talk to you guys later. I love you guys bunches. I know well, DT and Silly Boy 12, y'all all the way in New Zealand. I know it's nighttime for you guys. So I hope you already had a wonderful Tuesday. And for the ladies over here in the States, good morning to you before you start your day. I want everybody to have a wonderful day at work. Be productive, be positive, all that good stuff. Look out for other people. Show love where you can. And if you didn't hit that like button already, you know what? I need to go look at them likes. Did y'all cheat me out of likes? Let me look right now. Because I'm going to see what's going on. Did y'all cheat me out of likes? There go my sis. Renee, I ain't know if you was still up. I wanted to text you, but I'm like, Renee will be done cuss me out if I text her 3 something in the morning. My sis. Hold on, let me see. I wants to see if I got cheated out of likes. Not that bad. Not that bad. So thank y'all. So for the 10 of y'all who didn't hit the like button yet, hit that like button on the way out. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I definitely love you guys for that. Please also hit your notification bell. Make sure you click all so you'll know every time we go live over here on this porch. And last but not least, subscribe if you have not subscribed, or hit the join button if you want to be a part of the royal family. We will be back later today because we got a birthday to celebrate for our sister Roni F, as you know. Okay, so we'll be back a little bit later in the day. Y'all get your day started. And remember, if nobody else says it to you, God loves you, I love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. We'll talk later. Bye, y'all.